Let's begin our quick Pilates workout routine with the 100. Arms and legs are extended out in front of you. Head and shoulders are up, arms are long, legs are tight together. Pumping the arms vigorously above the abdominal wall. Breathing in through the nose for 5 counts, out through the mouth for 5 counts, and we'll do 10 sets. Bend the knees to a right angle to lessen the challenge, and or lower your feet down to the mat to lessen it even more. Continue to pump the arms up above the abdominal wall, breathing in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale out 2, 3, 4, 5. Complete the last set of 10 and lower the head and shoulders down. Extending the legs long on the mat and together. Make sure you're centered on the mat with your legs long. Arms down by your side and set up for the roll up. Feet are flexed, legs are tight together, lifting the arms up above the chest. The head and shoulders come up between the arms and you peel your spine up off the floor, rounding forward towards the thighs and knees. On the way back, tuck your tailbone in between your legs and articulate your low back, mid back, upper body, head and shoulders lower all the way down. And repeat the cycle. Keeping your legs tight together, peeling the spine up and over, head down, reaching out past the toes. Keep the belly drawn in and articulate the spine back to the mat, head and shoulders down. Get stronger with each repetition. Drawing the abs in towards the spine. Lower your arms down your side to set up for one leg circle. One knee into your chest, give it a hug, extending the leg up to the ceiling, bend and extend the knee 5 times to limber out the muscles in the leg. Keeping the leg straight, point the foot and begin crossing the leg over the midline of the body, making a circle over, around, and up. And you'll do 5 reps in that direction. Keeping the navel drawn in, ribs pressing down into the mat, arms into the mat. Begin reversing the circles for 5. Taking the leg away from the midline, down to the floor, into the midline, and back up to the ceiling. Finish it and pull the knee back into your chest. Give it one last hug and stretch, and extend the leg out next to the leg on the floor. Bring the opposite knee into your chest. Give it a hug. Extend the leg up to the ceiling. Hold on lightly behind the thigh. Bend and extend the knee for 5 reps. Limbering out the muscle in the leg. Keeping the leg straight, point the foot, begin the leg circles again across the midline of the body, down to the floor, out to the side, and back up for 5 reps. Continue to draw the navel to spine away from your t-shirt, pressing ribs and arms down into the floor. Reverse the circles for 5 reps. Pull the knee into the chest, give it a hug to stretch the back of that hip. Extend the leg long on the mat next to the opposite leg. Take note of how you feel. Pulling the knees into your chest, lifting the head and shoulders above the floor, rock yourself up to a seated position for the half roll down. Place the fingers lightly behind the thighs, round your spine into an uppercase C, tuck the tailbone in between your legs and articulate halfway back to the mat. Rounding the spine back up and over towards the thighs and knees, drop your head down towards the knees, elbows stay wide to the side to help keep the shoulders down. Bring the chin to the chest, begin to round the tailbones, sit bones under, roll halfway back and come all the way up, rounding forward towards the thighs and knees. Sit up nice and tall. Round back up and over. Stack the spine up. Find your best posture, seated tall. Drop your chin to your chest to continue the cycle. Draw the belly in, lifting your spine back up and rounding over towards the thighs and knees to sit up tall. Reach the arms out in front of you and continue to half roll down with a flat back. The spine is straight, the arms are lifted when you come up. Roll back, tailbone in between the legs, halfway back, come all the way up to seated, arms to the ears. Lower the arms down, begin tucking the tailbone in between the legs, sit bones under. You'll articulate back halfway and come all the way up, lifting the arms at the top. Make the arms an extension of your spine when you lift up. Continue with the half roll down, long spine, tucking the pelvis under, tailbone in between the legs, articulate to the low back, mid back, upper body, bringing the head and shoulders down, knees into your chest. Curl the head and shoulders up to set up for the abdominal series single leg stretch. One knee into the chest at a time, holding on below the knee. For more of a challenge, reach for the ankle with your outside hand. So when the right knee comes in, you hold onto the right ankle. The left knee comes in, you hold onto the left ankle with the left hand or the right hand. Arms can be hovered above the floor for more of a challenge, keeping your arms straight without holding on. Bring your knees into your chest, lower the head and shoulders down. Lift the head and shoulders back up for double leg stretch. Reaching your arms and legs away from one another with head and shoulders up. Legs are tight together. Reaching the legs forward, arms out to the back and out to the side to circle in. Keep reaching arms away from the legs away from the arms, legs together, arms back by your ears. Finish it. Lower the head and shoulders down. You may look left and right at any time to release any tension in your neck, head, and shoulders. Lifting the head and shoulders back up, set up for single straight leg stretch. Both legs reach up to the ceiling, bringing one leg back towards the nose, strong and straight. The opposite leg is forward, strong and straight. Holding on just at the calf or at the ankle, lifting your chest up towards the knee and the thigh. Head is on the spine. Shoulder blades are lifted. Chest is rounded up towards the leg. Keeping the ribs down, belly in. Hands behind your head for a double straight leg stretch. Stacking one hand behind the skull and the other hand on top. Keep the ribs pressing down as you curl up and over the rib cage. Lower the legs down and up. To lessen the challenge, you can bend the knees into tabletop with your heels together, toes apart, opening and closing the knees like a butterfly. Keep the knees open to keep the hips open. Heels are together. You may lower and lift the knees down and up as a modification to the double straight leg stretch. To release the hip flexors, any tight hips, this will benefit you. Crisscross, keeping the hands behind the head, bend one knee into the chest, extend the opposite leg out, rotating towards the bent knee with the opposite armpit. Lifting up and over, using the obliques to rotate from one side to the other, lifting the shoulder blade off the floor, reaching for the knee with the armpit, knee towards the armpit, armpit towards the knee. For more of a challenge, lift the shoulder blade off the mat towards the knee, keeping the knee over the hip. This completes your quick Pilates workout routine, reaching your arms and your legs away from one another, extending your spine. Find a great stretch throughout the body, reaching your arms away from your legs, legs away from the arms. Reach your head back, looking behind you, and lift the chest up to the ceiling for an extended spine. Lower the chin back towards the chest. Ribs are down. Pull the knees into your chest. And rock yourself up to a seated position. Holding on lightly behind the thighs, elbows relaxed. Arms drop down by your sides, sitting up nice and tall, focusing on your posture. Thank you for joining me for this quick Pilates workout routine, and I hope you enjoyed it. Namaste.